Everybody, as promised, today is Friday. My name is still Kevin Murcko, as far as I know. This is an AMA. This is usually about an hour show, but today we're only going to do about 10 or 15 minutes. I came 2 minutes late. My apologies. I quipped to somebody earlier on Telegram that this is going to be a quick setup because it was from my mobile phone. Getting old. So we have a few minutes here. There might be a lawnmower in the background. Not sorry. Tried to tell him not to lawn mow right now, but who listens to me? So here we are. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to be here for maybe 15 minutes or so, and as much as I can, and then I'm going to have to run. So I'm here to answer questions as per usual. Yeah. So you have a question, ask it. I'm sitting here waiting. I'll make a quick comment on the fact that if you are sitting in Telegram or on Twitter, you may have seen an article posted by the ST Express. Just so you know, lots of mistruths in that article. We had an official response to it in Telegram. If you want to see it, you can always tag someone or ask about it in Telegram on our official channel. We are now pursuing legal action through our external legal counsel, and we've been in direct contact with the editor of that newspaper. Smash that like. Thank you, DDD. Triple D. Why not go for quadruple D? Just wondering, just curiosity. 3Ds, pretty good. 4Ds, probably better. Or worse, I don't know. I don't know how that really works, to be honest. But just wondering, always wondering why people would choose 3Ds over 4 or 5 or 2, for that matter. Anyway, so let the questions roll in. If there's no questions, I got nothing to answer. It's been a productive week at Coin Metro. I myself have been cruising around South Florida with my youngest daughter, having a bit of fun, or trying to, but also dealing with stuff. There's always stuff when you're running a business, especially a fintech, especially a crypto exchange. Lots of stuff, lots of things that need to be managed. Any updates? Here's a question. Let me see if I can get this on the screen for everybody. Let's see. Oh, there she is. So from Hike to Mike, hey, Kevin, do you think we will still uplined again in September since it's the end of the summer? Well, Q4 historically has been good for crypto, except for 1 year. This may be the second year it's not good for crypto, but generally speaking, I do think we're going to see, as I said a few times in the past, a ranging market until the end of the year. Now, whether or not we finish on the high end of that range or low ends is going to depend on a lot of things. Generally for Q4, as I said, crypto does well. Well meaning all-time highs? Probably not. Well meaning that it stays near the high end of a range? Possible. I have said in the past as well, in the recent past, that I do think there's a bit more pain that needs to be had in the market. Right now, we're seeing a bit of slip off the top of the range. Let's see how that continues, especially through the weekend. A lot of times you'll see momentum push into a weekend, meaning if you end on a high note, you may push higher over a weekend simply because of lack of volume. But the same holds true when the market's going downwards. So we'll see where it goes. In my opinion, we're going to continue to range through the end of the year, that we may end the year at the top of that range. Did I skip one? Oh, I didn't even see these. Okay, let's go back up here. Here we go. Where are you most excited over the next few weeks? Well, I think it's always exciting at Coin Metro, though. There's always something new, something different to talk about. Most exciting for me, I think we have some really interesting things coming on the tokenomics front. I think we have also some really great things coming on the features front, just on the product itself. As we get closer to finally rounding out the product, I mean, really having a mature product all the way around, I think copy trading is probably the last little piece of that puzzle for the most part. As we get closer to that, we're really eyeing now adding, tremendous features into that product set. So going back and adding features to all the products you already know and love and use at Coin Metro, but also starting to think about what we can do to add additional products to our suite. And that's really going to be interesting. Not that that's going to happen necessarily entirely over the next few weeks, but I do expect to see some news on that front. And I also expect just to continue pushing forward on a myriad of other topics. But tokenomics is probably the most exciting thing for me, at least over the next few weeks. Any updates as to the increasing the percent interest of stake XCM or additional rewards for staking? That's coming. I talked about tokenomics. Hint, hint, this is coming, and I think it's going to be super exciting and definitely show people why staking XCM makes, well, a lot of sense. And maybe some dollars or euros or pounds or Australian dollars, South African rand. I don't know. but it definitely makes sense in lots of them. When investment round? Investment round is probably going to be pegged to Q1, Q2 next year. At least that's what it looks like right now. Obviously, things change, but I do think we are still within that schedule. And yeah, Monkey, I got yours. Sorry about skipping it the first time. Didn't mean to skip it. I'm on a mobile device, so literally, not a lot of space. Hey, Kevin, did you manage to sign the DocuSign shares doc? I've signed some of them, haven't signed all of them. This weekend, I'll finish up signing the rest that are still pending. Hey, Kevin, glad to see you back. Glad to see you here as well. Q Loud, nice to see you. I don't know if I've seen you before, but I'm assuming I have. But anyway, nice to see you or see you again. Will Flux stakers on your platform receive the latest airdrop? Yes, yes, and yes. There hasn't been one we've missed, as far as I know. Hey, sir, I love your exchange. Been using it since 2020. Do you need more people for customer support? We always need crazy awesome people, not just for customer support, but everything else in the company. Go to, let me get, if I get this right, apply.workable.com/coinmetro and apply. We'd love to have you. Hi, Kevin. I noticed that CM doesn't send out emails anymore, which makes it hard to tell when changes happen on the exchange. For example, new listings or using XCM as collateral. We do send out emails. If you're not getting them, potentially you may have clicked on a link at some point to stop receiving emails, or maybe there's just something wrong in the system. So please get in touch with us. Use the live chat feature on the website. Let them know you're not receiving those emails, and let's get that fixed. I chose DD initially, pun intended. Cool. But it highlighted every time someone said a word with two D's. Reddit adding in the YouTube comments. So adding another D to avoid it. You did ask. I did ask. And here comes Lawnmower Man. Not from the really weird movie from, I think it was the 90s, but actually the Lawnmower Man. Let's give him a second. I think I would have mowed a little bit quicker than this. I don't know. Jesus. Wait for it. He's almost out of earshot now. All right, well, yeah, you're right. I did ask for it, so thanks for the explanation. It's a good explanation. Good explanation. I think he fell in the lake with his lawnmower. He's really trying to get the best cut that he possibly can on this grass. So hats off to him. Anytime I need a lawn mowed slow, I know who to call. In other words, buy more XCM. Well, you said it, not me, but I would agree with that, and I tip my hat to that comment. Definitely smash the like button on that one. I smashed the like button. Never thought I would say that in a conversation. When would you accept USD? When would you accept USDC OK AVAX blockchain? I guess that's on. Would that be on instead of OK? We are planning to push more layer 2s and additional protocols for different tokens. And when we do, then I guess that's when. I'm thinking probably Q1 next year is when we're going to see a major push, because again, I just talked about us getting now the full foundation of our product suite, and that's going to happen now through the end of Q3 into Q4. Then we have all crazy things, challenger bank stuff, debit cards, and all this other stuff that people have been waiting centuries for. And then after that, it's about expanding on protocols. Will debit cards automatically convert crypto to fiat, or will we have to sell to fiat first? Also, you mentioned rollout will be for Europe first, but what about Australia? So yes, there will be automatic conversion from crypto. You will select a designated wallet and maybe even a secondary wallet, and you'll see an automatic conversion. When it comes to Australia, that's a good question. So generally speaking, Australia will be covered, I think, MasterCard and Visa under Asia Pacific. So when we make a push into Asia, that would probably be after the US. So I'm thinking maybe end of next year. Unfortunately, that's a long time out. We'll try to find solutions in the meantime. The problem is that MasterCard and Visa are pretty picky, and when you are in a specific region, it's very difficult to push cards out of that region unless you're tied to Visa or MasterCard in that other region. Kev sounds like TTS bot. I don't know what that is, but all right, right on. Good morning, Kevin. All right. I already got my Flux bonus. Beside that, want to thank you for all your hard work. CoinMetro is amazing. Well, thank you, Kay. You're amazing as well for that amazing question. Can't even hear the lawnmower. Well, maybe this phone is amazing and it just blocks out all that sound. Hopefully it's not blocking me out. But I definitely hear the lawnmower. So was it just me looking like I was pausing for no reason? That's amazing. Smiley face, smiley face. In a recent AMA with KDA launch, you said it was becoming difficult to find the gem listings. Is Block Square, who focus on the tokenization of assets, one you've come across? It's a small gem cap. I've seen them. Yeah, somebody pushed that across my desk just the other day. There's a lot of companies that have said and are still saying they tokenize real estate. Haven't seen any major moves, but I'll be on the lookout to see what they're doing. And if something comes to fruition, I'd love to take a look at the asset. Good morning, Kevin. I think I know the answer, but I will keep the focus on it. Kadena officially ended its bonding a few weeks ago. Any talks with them on how to bring it back? No, not as of yet. And to be honest, I don't think it's a focus right now for Kadena, even though I'd love it to be a focus for Kadena. I think these centralized bridges will definitely help, and us getting, KBTC, KE on board Coin Metro is part of that process. Do you use moisturizer for your skin? I do not. I do not. Probably not a good thing. What do you think will the effect of the ETH merge? Well, I think it's a bit of the buy the news, sell the fact. I think in the long run, it will be something that will help ETH expand, help ETH get into more industries, help more dApps get on the platform, and essentially lower cost while providing the same type of settlement services that the ETH network and ETH protocol currently provide. However, I think in the initial aftermath, you're going to see a bit of buy the rumor, sell the fact, meaning that once people have been buying with FOMO up to the point that the merge happens, I think after that, you're going to see a bit of a sell-off back into a range. But eventually, long-term, it probably is a good thing for ETH, but we'll have to see how they roll out. Hi, Kevin. Do you mine crypto? So, no, currently, no. I did in the past. Haven't mined for years, though. Know a lot of miners, though. A lot of them. Many. What is the current financial runway of the company at today's burn rate? At today's burn rate, roughly, I believe we're sitting around somewhere between 11 and 15 months. However, we are making more money. We did see a drop off, I believe, from Q4 into Q1, Q2, and into Q3. But Q3, we're starting to see a little bit of a turnaround. I think into Q4 and into Q1, we'll start to see a higher revenue ratio when it comes to what our expenses are. And also, by the end of the year, we should be about 100 employees. And I think that's going to be able to sustain us at least into Q3, Q4 next year, which would mean that at least to a certain extent, as our revenues grow, our cost base should flatten a bit. Thank you for listening, Loopring. You are also my hero because maybe you're the one who mentioned it. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm going to take one more question, guys. I know this is a short one, and I apologize for that, but I got to get running. Little personal information here. We're going to Universal Studios today, my daughter and I, and my dad. And we got a little VIP package, so we get to run around the park. We're one of those assholes that runs around the park, doesn't wait in lines. Yeah, so if you ever seen one of those dickheads, well, I'm one of those today. But we got to be there at a set time, or then, all is for naught. If there's any ride you want me to ride and take a funny picture of myself on it, let me know, and I'll try to get that done. Kevin, good morning. Any plans to have features like Coinbase, i.e. subscription service without fees for frequent traders? Yes, lots of potential with XCM in our tokenomics to offer a lot of services with service providers as well as freebies. All those things are, I would say, currently in the works, in the initial works. As we grow, we're already thinking about services like tax-related services into Q1 next year. We're also thinking about potentially adding additional services outside of, say, crypto-esque services, things that are, people want to see. And so that's going to happen. Anyway, 16 minutes after the hour right now. I'm going to cut it here. Look, guys, thank you very much. Sorry for the really short AMA. Sorry for missing last week. Here comes the fucking lawnmower guy again. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. As I always say, don't look at charts, and you probably don't want to look at charts over this weekend. But of course, if you have nothing better to do this weekend, click the buy button on XCM. Do us all a favor. We're still working on tokenomics. We're still working on getting that book back to where it should be. It is a major focus. Thanks, everybody, for your support, your continued support. Love you all. Love you all. You're all part of the big Coin Metro family. I'm going to see you here next week for a normal AMA, and I'm going to see you Sunday. Make sure you bookmark Sunday, same time as we usually do on Fridays, which is 3 p.m. Estonian time, and way too early where I currently am. And have a great weekend. Thanks, everybody. Cheers.